YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video. Look, man, I want to shoot straight into the point of this thing, but I got to give you some context before we get into the feed of everything. So for those of you that like to just rush straight to the mix, I will try to put timestamps down in the description, so help yourself. I'm going to show a few different games, but let me offer you guys some context because this is a really important talking point and talking piece for those of you that are interested in the new graphics cards, right? RTX 4090 is the baddest mofo on this planet. All of your certified incredible sources on YouTube, Google, and everywhere up, down, left, and right have said it. They've tested it on new processors. And so really our talking point here is going to be how good does it perform on a processor that's a couple of generations old. That is really the staple of what this is all about. So for those of you that might have an 8th generation, a 9th generation, or a 10th generation processor, like the build that I have right here that we featured in yesterday's video, I'll card that in. You can take a look at that. The specs that we have here are an i7 10700KF. So doesn't have a discrete graphics to it. It's only a processor, no graphics. We got the RTX 4090 graphics card. It's an MSI Trio. We've got 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM inside of this thing. I got it running at 3300 megahertz. I've got it up to 3800 or somewhere 3900, somewhere around there, but I got it at 3300 megahertz. It's working real sweet. We've got a 1200 watt power supply. It's a Fantex. I posted all of this in the video that I carded about a minute ago. You guys can definitely check that video out because I think it's going to be really interesting for you. What we're going to be doing today, though, is really a highlight as to what the title is. We've got the baddest graphics card that you can get right now, the RTX 4090. In any iteration, you're going to be good if you get one of them cards. And we got the baddest TV on this planet, the Sony Quantum Dot Alpha 95 King. Guys, say it with me. Alpha 95 King. 65 inch. Matter of fact, come on, guys. Let me give you guys. This is my living room. I'm gonna welcome you into my space right now just to take a look. Go ahead and get a full circle. This is what it's like when you turn your house into a home. You make everything how you want it to be. This is where our PC game. I'm no longer on the desk. Let me get the driver's seat there. Let me show you guys what we're currently working with. If you've been following the channel, you know I got the latest Intel build, but the current situation, 12900K with an RTX 3090. This has all been talked about, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the new test build right there. We're going to get it connected to the Alpha 95 King right after this intro. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I do appreciate the support. We're going to get right into it, but just really quick. I have been asked a question. I had a couple of conversations with some viewers about, like, you know, what my comfort level was like now, PC gaming, getting rid of the desk. That's a whole different series of videos I was going to do, but really don't need to because this kind of covers it. This is Corsair lap board. I'm sure there's some other companies that offer some options. I'm not the most competitive when it comes down to the keyboard and mouse, but this makes it really comfortable. This is all cushion on the bottom. You provide your own mouse, but it has an integrated mouse pad that's pretty much your generic width. And then the keyboard is 10 keyless, so that's just one thing to be conscious of. But getting yourself a table or whatnot. For me, I just want to be comfortable when I'm sitting down. So the majority of what my expectations are within this build and this project is for me to be able to play using a controller on a lot of AAA games, right? Even when I'm playing a fighting game, which is my most beloved genre, if you can transition over there a little bit, you will see I have an arcade cabinet, right? And I've got several cabinets, you know, so when it's time for me to sit down and play on the type of equipment that I want to play on, that's what's important to me. This space, me being in front of this TV, is all about graphical fidelity. That's all that matters to me, guys. The best picture that I can get. How can I get the absolute most frames playing the games that's going to look the best to me? It's all I give a damn about. That's why I don't care about deep learning, super sample, and things like that. I chase the 4090 because I want raw 4K and I want it to look as good as it's gonna look. I got audio around me, and so without me rambling and ranting, I just wanted to kind of explain that. So again, this is with a 10th generation processor. Now my end game is going to be 13900K, which I already have. I just got to get some more parts to get the build finished. That's what's going to come here. But we just want to see what the 4090 is going to give me with the 10th generation processor. So we're only going to do a few games. I'm going to offer you some talking points. You're not going to be able to see the clarity exactly the way that I'm seeing it, but I am using a Sony ZV-1 camera. This is being shot in 4K at 30 frames per second. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're going to get right to the meat and potatoes. So we've got 4 titles here in which I'm not going to do a ton of gameplay, but the point of this right now is because I haven't played anything on the 4090, and I've had the car since it came out, since a little bit before it came out, to be perfectly honest with you. We've got Red Dead Redemption 2. We've got the Uncharted game, which just came out on PC. I've never played it, but we've got the Marvel Spider-Man remaster, and then we've got Cyberpunk. I think I need to run some updates on Cyberpunk. What I did was I just took some games from a server build that I have. I have a server for movie content, TV show content, and then I have another server where I just hoard a ton of games. And so this might be an older iteration of Cyberpunk, but the point is I want to get an opportunity to see what this car can do. I am currently running on the latest drivers that Nvidia has to offer, which is version 522.25. Going to resolution. Currently, this is set on the native 3840 by 2160. This maxes out at 60 Hertz. I've shown this on several videos I've done using the LG C1, C2, S95B, and a ton of different other videos alike, right? We need to go down to the PC, which has a 3840 by 2160. The biggest opportunity the Alpha 95 King suffers, like all Sonys, is that you cannot do QHD, so it's not an option here. But in 3840 by 2160 under the PC category, we can do 100 Hertz or we can do 120. We want 120 Hertz. That's what we want, baby. Now it's butter smooth. Set up G-Sync. We do have variable refresh rate as an option here. We're going to enable it in window and in full screen. It's going to tell us that the select display is not validated as G-Sync compatible. Listen, guys, if you're not trying to go for the absolute best graphical fidelity, it's okay. Go ahead and get you a G2. That thing is certified and everything else that you need, but not the talking points of this video. Let's get it going. We do want to go over some of the specs. Again, guys, we've got the i7. This is 107KF, right? 3.8. We haven't run any overclocks on this thing, not manual or automatic. For the memory, we are loaded with 64 gigs. Right now, I got it running at a frequency of 3300. This works all right for me. I've used this RAM before. We've got one Samsung hard drive. It's a 981 terabyte. Again, spoke on the specs in the beginning of this video and in the video from yesterday. So it is non-pro, so it's a generation 3. By the way, I want to tell you this thing boots up really quick. I got the computer on to the low screen in like maybe 7 seconds, really quick. And then the GPU, obviously, we got that big 4090. We got the big 24 gigs of video RAM there. All right, we're gonna start off with Spider-Man. This is a first time boot up. So we do gotta go to some settings. They want me to pick difficulty. We'll do so. All right, full screen. Exclusive full screen is what we want. Dynamic range turned on. Deep learning super sample. Super resolution. For now, we're going to turn all of that stuff off. We want no upscaling tricks going on. Apply those changes. We're going to go to graphics. I want a preset of very high. That's what I want. I want that butter, baby. Give me that butter. We'll get the game going and then we'll be able to get the frame rate counter loaded. Let's get to it. Okay. We are in complete max settings. No deep learning super sample. And I'm talking about this shit is butter.
Did you take him down yet?
No. We're at
This is so effing good.
You know how his lawyers are. This one
What
needs
the
to go by the book.
Come on, Yuri. I've been waiting 8 years.
Yo, man, look.
You really want to help? Head to Times Square.
This is too smooth, too clear.
Trying to keep my backup from reaching the scene.
You got it. Almost there.
Let me get in here in these streets, man. You know, I like to run the streets. Damn, 90 frames, man. All my stats over there to the right, man. I got ray tracing turned on, man. Oh, man. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Guys, this is really good. This is really good. Oh my God. We native, baby. All right, guys, I spoke too soon. We got ray tracing turned on now. We native, man. Above 60, dog.
Hello?
Parker, where are
Ray
you?
tracing is
We must run through
on.
demonstration At least once before the grant committee arrives.
Not just a taste, it's on, man.
Sorry. Yes. Dealing with a personal issue.
We in these streets, man. It's 70 frames. Raw 4K on the best TV.
Get to my real job.
We out of here on Spider-Man. All right, guys, we getting some Cyberpunk action in. Again, brand new gameplay. Turning it on right now. Let's see what the settings are looking like. All right, we're gonna go over to graphics. We got ray tracing ultra turned on, picture quality high. Texture quality high. I mean, you guys see it. Let's see. I want everything up. Psycho, I want everything up. I want everything up. I want that ultra. Ray tracing is on. Ray tracing lighting is on ultra. Give me Psycho. Deep learning super sample is auto. Turning it off. We're gonna fly high, man. All right, that's what we're looking at. And I apologize, guys, but I don't have a lot of time to make this character, so we're gonna be running around in some draws, maybe. Yo, I'm running at like 38 frames, dog. Yo, man. We north of 30 though, right? With max settings. Everything turned up.
You said it was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
The GPU power is around 415. Because I'm watching all of that stuff, man. GPU utilization is at 98%, dog.
Guess I was wrong.
I'm getting like
Can always
40.
look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad why he's hugging the border.
Damn, this shit looks sweet as hell, though. Let me see what this deep. Let me see. Can I mess with the settings? Database. Is there a way I can go to settings? Maybe not. Maybe they don't want you messing with nothing. I gotta try the deep learning. All right, so I'm gonna keep it 100%, man. I'm not even gonna cap, man. Like, listen, the Gotham Knights game runs at 30 frames per second on console. Like, could this be playable like this? I mean, it's 37 frames I'm getting.
Don't you know you owe
right?
the sheriff a
I mean,
word when
it's
you pay
completely
his
max
town
setting, so it looks great.
to tell him what's brought you.
You know, I'm gonna get into this land though, right? Into the world, and then see what it's like if I can turn this deep learning super sample on. See what the craze is all about. All right, so we're out of the garage driving. And I gotta say, this thing looks good, baby. We getting 52 frames. I ain't gonna lie, I don't play this game. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Okay, let me see. Am I supposed to be going? I don't have deep learning super sample on. Oh yeah, this playable. Listen, this is what you call playable. All right, but I gotta see what the setting does. So let me go ahead and restart this so I can get the setting on there. Full. I could have just hit the back button. All right. So let's go ahead and get DLSS on. Ultra performance. So we have that applied. Wow. Dude, with DLSS, I got this thing maxed out. I'm getting 120 frames. Let me see the quality though. Let me see. See, let me look at this cactus. Look at this cactus, man. Let me look at this cactus. Hold on, let me get another look at that cactus. It's my process. Damn. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that shit do look kind of good. It don't look as good, but it does look good. Yo, this is crazy, man. Yeah, see? Some stuff have to render out. Yeah, see? Like I had to walk up on these and then these boys had loaded up something, you know? Nah, but I respect what this can do though. This is crazy, man. This is nuts. And I mean, that frame rate, he's locked in too. The 99 lows, $110, he's locked in. This is really good, man. Looks good when you pull up on it, but it's just like it gotta render shit as you get closer to it. It's nice though, man. I'm impressed. What you guys think? We're gonna chill on Cyberpunk. All right, guys, this is the Uncharted game. I am not ashamed to admit I've never played this game. So we're gonna jump right into these settings, see what this looking like, see what it's got to offer. Iron Galaxy. Of course I want to enable HDR, man. It said it's building shaders. This is still loading up. Let me give this a minute. I All right, graphical settings. We're at Ultra. I'm gonna go with that Ultra preset. Okay, model enhanced. Display. You got borderless window. You got windowed. There's no full screen. So this does support deep learning super sample. We're gonna turn that off. HDR is on. We're gonna apply those settings. Get into this. All right, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to watch this because I honestly do want to get an opportunity to play this game, right? But I'm actually gonna conclude this video or the gameplay footage segment of it with this. This looks really good, and although I haven't played the games, I know there's games that are prior to this. This is a remaster, just like your Spider-Man. However, you know, I don't want to spoil things for myself. I want to be able to really enjoy this, but it's looking really good. I'm gonna go ahead and just skip this cinematic scene, and I mean, just in this populated area, I don't really know the ins and outs of this game. So like I said, it's something that I want to actually enjoy, but in this area, I'm pulling, I mean, we got everything turned on, guys. You've seen it, right? 100 frames. I like this. This tells me that if there's any explosions, I mean, I'm probably going to be averaging around, you know, at worst 70. I mean, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted, man. Now, this is on a 10th gen. If I can squeeze out an extra 5 to 10 going 3 generations newer, then guess what? Yes, that's what I want. But what about you? You know, what do you guys think of the power of this 4090 graphics card, given that, you know, it's being played on something older, something you might be, you know, still utilizing? I certainly am impressed with this. And let me tell you, this Sony, look, forget about it. Forget about it. But listen, all love to Samsung, because we got some love we're going to show too. But yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
This game looks beautiful and it sounds great.
What? Don't get me wrong.
All right, guys, look, we're going to conclude this here, man. Valuable talking points, just takeaways. This is my first time using a 4090. I have watched a lot of the YouTubers, the same people that you guys watched. And we got to thank Sammy, subscriber. You know, thanks a lot for even, you know, throwing out there the idea about, you know, the processor, you know, older technology. When I seen his comment, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and put this build together and see how it is. And this is perfect, man. I think this is as real time as it gets. In yesterday's video, I said that this was going to be partially simulation and part real. The simulation part of it was that I went out and bought things to create this. So that doesn't make it organic, but the organic piece of it is that you might be sitting around with a 10th gen i7 or i5 or i9, and you might be saying to yourself, man, do I really need to upgrade to a whole new build with the 4090 because I'm seeing all of these big YouTubers and these people talking about it? And the reality is, no, you don't, if you're gaming in the 4K space. Now, I can't personally speak about QHD. It's not even an option on the setup that is main for me right now. And I certainly wouldn't be playing anything at 1080p. I bet that if I was playing any esports games, I could get 4K at 120 frames per second. Damn it, I got it in Spider-Man. I was seeing it in some cases, and with the deep learning super sample, again, not really a big fan of the technology, but I have to say I'm impressed with seeing what it can do with Cyberpunk. But Cyberpunk was running at max settings, and I was getting around 50, almost 60 frames in some instances, more than 30. So definitely tells me that this thing is capable. And the whole point of this is that, yes, the graphics card is going to do most of the lifting, but the reality is that, you know, this concept was put together so that you guys could be able to see that maybe you don't need to overhaul your entire system. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't want you to feel any kind of way because I'm on the Alpha 95 King, because the S95B is going to get some love too. I'm going to be doing a similar thing, but my testing with my Ryzen 9 7950X with the 4090 is going to be on the S95B. So we'll have some content coming there. Let me know if you guys want to see what the 4090 looks like on the older Ryzens, right? On the S95B. I'm going to show some love that way too. We got both the setups that are going to be going, but I thought this was an interesting concept, and then putting this TV alongside with this graphics card just had to happen. So if this ain't the world first, it's gotta be one of the first to do it, man. I mean, who else got the 4090 and A95K going together? I mean, I'm just saying. But anyway, I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know if you have any questions. I did tell you I was going to do 4 games, but I only did 3. I'm going to keep this build in here for quite some time, and we're going to break it through some more. It might be some more content, so if you want to see some other things, leave it in the comments of this video, and I'll consider putting together a collage of some more gameplay of some different titles so that I can show you guys what this system is capable of doing. I do appreciate your support. We are north of 7,000 subscribers. We are on the road to hitting 10K. We're going to keep grinding, stay humble, keep learning. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace, God bless, and as I always say, max love.